Welcome to the 6th European Music Forum. European Music Forum happens every year. It's our annual meeting of the European Music Council. It's where we meet our members. We have 72 members all around Europe. They are all membership organizations. We are like, if you like, the mothership, and all our members come together at least once a year in the annual European Forum. And they exchange views, opinions, they catch up, they meet old friends.
I see people from all around Europe, professionals and lovers of music, people who work in the field, meeting and sharing experiences, skills and confronting each other and feeling less lonely maybe, because for most of them they have similar goals and similar projects in their own countries, and then meeting they can see that there are other people around Europe that are working in the same direction.
What we are seeing over these last 2-3 years, not so long, is movement into Europe. And that movement into Europe is as important. It brings a cultural identity. It brings a new expression of the culture of these people's home.
I think this theme of new territories and Musical Homelands, it's especially important in the context of what is happening now, I mean, with all the migration thing. And I think that music is the thing that people of everywhere have in common. So maybe through the music you can really maybe start to understand each other and maybe stop the fears. Maybe I'm a little bit idealistic, but I like to have this, I like to trust that music and the art can be stronger than all the prejudices we can have against other cultures and things like that. So I think this theme is especially well chosen.
There is no doubt that each of us carries such a homeland within. It consists of the sounds, songs and harmony of a distant childhood, of time immemorial. It cannot be altered, even if subjected to education, trained to musical erudition and rich in the experiences and profound emotions of adult life. We ignore the memory of early lullabies.
Our task is to try to define what actually the territories in terms of music are, what are the challenges of music for music organizations throughout Europe, what are the obstacles for further collaboration, also what are the difficulties that European society as a total face today and how music can respond to them.
I think it was a big challenge because, to organize something which combines different styles of music, it's not so easy. Well, I am a specialist from contemporary music, electronic music, improvisation, but not very much from traditional music. So I was asking different people, friends who are much more experienced in this style. So with the help of many people, we did it.
We've become more political, and I say that with a lot of care. We don't represent a particular political dogma or belief or party. We're not left, we're not right, we're not middle, we're musicians.
So we would like to have this discussion revolve around political background, political documents, as well as the actual situation of the musicians and the freedom of expression here in Europe.
When we speak of freedom of expression, we tend to think of attacks on the press, and this is with good reason. Journalists are at the forefront of the battle of information. They get arrested, they get killed. In 2015, there were over 1,000 reported attacks on journalists in that year alone. But less reported are attacks on the arts.
It is always the same thing. When there is a strong oppression and somebody or some groups were banned or sentenced, etc., then it is not only media. Everybody thinks that, be careful, you don't have to do something on that direction, otherwise you may have some trouble.
That is one of the fantastic things about working in Turkey, is there's such a lively civil disobedience, despite the terrible things that are happening. Yeah. Of course, it may be a little easier to do it in Istanbul, I say that carefully, but you've also got that same energy in places like Diyarbakir, which are under a terrible, terrible threat.
It's our role to be political, but to be strong in speaking about music, but using the language of music to communicate, which everyone understands. When we look back at the conference, we've shared something, we've learned something, and that experience has hopefully made us better people, going a little too far, but I think enjoy and value being part of this European community. I think that's what we want to think we succeed in doing.